Hey DJs, it's time to get you in the loop on iZotope's new RX11 audio repair software, specifically from our point of view as DJs and DJ producers. So iZotope's RX11 has just been announced. It's a audio repair tools suite. It's standalone. It's also available as a plugin for your DAW. It's been around for donkeys. This is the 11th edition of it. So as ever, it's in 3 versions: Elements, which is the one you don't want because it's too basic; Standard, which is the one most people want; and Advanced, which is, as the name says, but it'll cost you a lot more. It's a tool that gives you visual insight into what your audio looks like and can suggest fixes for your audio. And this is all kinds of audio. This is an established tool. It's used in Hollywood post-production as much as it's used in music studios. So obviously it's got a wider use case than just music and DJing. However, there are 3 things in RX11 that I think you should know about as DJs. So let's get you in the loop on those. The first one is called Music Rebalance, otherwise AKA stems, audio separation. So many DJs are realizing that the best way to prepare stems, acapellas and other elements from tracks for their DJ sets is not by pressing a button on their DJ gear and hoping for the best. It's doing it ahead of time. And there's lots of ways of doing this. This is the updated way of doing it within the iZotope RX tool. It's got lots of new state-of-the-art tricks and things up its sleeve that it didn't have before, but the biggest one is it just sounds better. Things move on, it sounds really good. But one of the things I think you should know about is it's got a bleed control, so you can turn the area that's caught by the AI within that stem. So for instance, the acapella, if it's catching a bit of some other element, you can turn it down and try and isolate the acapella a bit better. And the same with the others, the bass and the melody and the other parts of the track. So this is something that is moving quickly, and they've improved it a lot in the new version. So that's one. Another one is Loudness Optimize. This is a really interesting one. If you want to make older songs sound loud and thumping, this tool will go through the song looking for places where it can turn stuff up. It'll give you that modern saturated feel. Now, whether that's good or bad, well, that's up to you to decide. But I'll tell you one thing, if you try and mix an old track into a new set, you know that it drops the energy. It's just the way music used to be recorded, and you can have a go at fixing that for those tracks that, you know, it might only be 1 or 2 tracks in your set that you just know they drop the energy, they sound thin. So combining the 2 tools we just talked about, so for instance, you don't have to use the stems separation tool, aka the music rebalance tool, to isolate the stems. It is what it says it is. You can turn up the bass and so on. You can use these tools to almost remix the song without the stems, and then as I say, Loudness Optimize will give it that final modern sheen. So the third tool in here that we think is useful for DJs is Dialogue Isolate. So if you want to take words from something and you want to tidy them up so that they are cleaner, then Dialogue Isolate is the one to look for. You could be using it in DJ drops. So there could be just stuff from films that you want to use in your DJ sets, bits of dialogue and so on. You can really, and you can do things like take the reverb off them, like being able to take the reverb off vocals off. Like my voice is dead in this room, right? But if there was echo and you didn't like it, you can take it down. Really useful, also useful for tidying up poor acapellas, for instance, and making them sound better. But also you can use it if you're a DJ producer and you want to use parts of dialogue you found from samples, then it's a nice way of tidying them up. So those 3 things, music rebalance, loudness optimize, and dialogue isolate, might well be worth a punt. If you've always been looking at iZotope's tool, it's now up to RX11. So the prices of this, they're all introductory at the moment. So it's $299 for the standard version, the one that you want. It's $49 for Elements, you don't want that. And $799 if you're feeling rich for the advanced with all the Hollywood tools. This is all until the 13th of June. At that point, they go up a lot. I think it's $399 for the one that you want, the standard one after that, and $99 for Elements, $1199 for advanced. So one other thing, just going to throw this out there. iZotope, who make RX11, is now owned by the same company that owns Traktor, Native Instruments. Traktor currently has no real-time stems or stems preparation from existing tunes. It's got stems, but you need to have special files. No one's got them. What if the 2, you know, just kind of walked across the hall and spoke to each other? What might happen then? I'll leave that one hanging in the air, but keep an eye on Traktor. That's been are in the loop on iZotope's new RX11, available now, and it's on these introductory prices until the 13th of June. This has been written up over on the Digital DJ Tips website, link underneath. For now, get good, get out there, make the moments, and I'll see you for another In the Loop very soon.